welcome to the first Saturday in May!
The first Saturday in May!
And you may want to listen to the next 15 diabetic-friendly minutes on VOB, compliments the Barbados Diabetes Foundation.
Good morning! Is it true that May is Mental Health Month?
Yes, it is, and that's why in today's show, you'll be hearing from Dr. Diane Braffet with some mental tips on coping with diabetes.
Think about replacing unhealthy coping strategies with healthier ones.
Elisa will remind you why foot screening is important.
So it's really important because it allows early detection.
All this and more coming up on today's show, all being sponsored by the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program, and the bank that helps you do anything you want to do.
Is you talking about Republic Bank?
That's right, Republic Bank.
Dream a dream and watch it become a reality. You can do anything. Pull up a chair, come sit and come share with Republic Bank. You can do anything. Yes, we're the one for you, making dreams come true. We're the one for you, your partner for life. We're the one for you, Republic Bank.
If you are diabetic or pre-diabetic and you need diabetic services, but you need to make your dollar stretch no further than the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. For vascular, podiatry and diabetic eye screening services or consultations with diabetes doctors and nurses, call 417-0305 today. The Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren, St. Michael. They can save your life and save you money, but members get 10% off.
Good morning, VOB peoples! This is Peter Boyce here, and welcome to May, the 5th month of the year. And if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic, by now you should have been to the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren, St. Michael. You should at least have gone to get your eyes screened, because that is something that you need to do every year.
What about if I go every other year?
No! Every year without fail, you should be getting your eyes screened for diabetic retinopathy, something that could make you go blind.
Well, I don't want to go blind, so you can go and make that appointment.
243-3937.
Good! Another important service that you can find at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center is foot screening. When was the last time you had your foot screened? You might be home listening to VOB this morning, and you might be saying,
I has not seen a podiatrist for a long time, but how important is it for me to get a foot screening? Is it something that I should make a priority, or I can wait?
For the answer to that, we go to podiatry assistant Alicia.
So it's really important because it allows early detection of any problems that you have at all with your feet. And early detection and diagnosis normally results in more positive outcomes for you as well. It also allows us to work on preventative care. So say if you come in with excessive callus, then we can take that back a little bit, which will help your foot health as well. So there's a lot of things we can do to prevent more problems or any problems occurring. So I'd recommend regular foot screener appointments as well.
You mentioned adequate footwear. What is adequate footwear that you would recommend for diabetics?
Yeah, so for diabetics, because you might have a loss of sensation, it's really important that your footwear fits correctly. So you wear a shoe as well that supports your ankle, and this will stop your foot from sliding backwards and forwards. When your foot slides backwards and forwards, it can create a sore spot, which could create wounds as well. So it's really important that your shoe fits correctly. I'd always recommend a trainer that's comfortable as well. And also with footwear, it's really important that you check inside your shoes, because often if you can't feel your feet, say if there's a stone that falls inside your shoe or something like that, then that could also cause some damage to your skin. So that's a really important point as well. And it's important to have footwear that aids you in propelling you forwards during walking as well.
Why should diabetics moisturize their feet regularly?
So because sometimes you get reduced blood flow to your skin because it's the really small blood vessels that get damaged, it means that not enough oxygen and nutrients is going to get to your skin. So your skin will become more dry, and then that can result in cracks forming in your skin, which will lead to wounds.
Those are like cracked heels.
Yes, like cracked heels, yeah, exactly. So it's really important to moisturise daily if you can. That's most beneficial. But we always say make sure you don't moisturise between your toes because that's already quite a damp area. We don't want to have excessive dampness, and to make sure you let the moisturiser soak in as well before you put any socks or shoes on.
If a diabetic is at home and they're just walking around relaxed, will they be able to walk around bare feet?
No, so we recommend avoiding just wearing socks or bare feet at home, simply because you're more at risk. If you knock your foot, you stub your toe, you might not feel it, and then you'll carry on, and then that wound could get worse as well. So it's really important to wear a shoe inside, preferably trainers again, but if not trainers, the next best thing, something that's comfortable, something that supports your foot. Yeah, we'd recommend wearing shoes inside if you don't have that sensation in your feet.
So what about if you're just going outside to do garden work, just in your own garden? Should you put on shoes then too?
Yes, you should definitely put on shoes then too, especially because there are a lot more stones, there are a lot more hazards. Yeah, even if you're going outside just for a short amount of time, I'd really recommend wearing shoes. We're really friendly here, I'd really recommend coming in. If you've got any concerns at all, give the Diabetes Foundation a call.
So call and make that appointment to see podiatrist Louise Robinson, 417-0305. That same number gets you a vascular screening for if your feet are swollen and you want to screen for bad circulation. Or also make an appointment with dietitian Victoria Cox or see a diabetes specialist doctor like Dr. Diane Brathwaite. And speaking of Dr. Brathwaite, remember I mentioned at the start of the show about how May is Mental Health Month? So now we are going to go to Dr. D to give you some tips on how to manage your mental stress. Make sure and listen to the last tip that deals directly with diabetes.
So some ideas for managing stress would be having a stress journal, okay? So maybe you can write how you feel about the stress, what's stressing you, ideas to solve it, and think about replacing unhealthy coping strategies with healthier ones. When you're stressed out, do you resort to looking at television? Maybe you spend more time on social media or playing games. Maybe food, comfort food, use of alcohol or drugs, procrastination, anxiety. You can actually think about exchanging them for healthier lifestyle habits, such as exercise, maybe treating yourself to a nice healthy meal. You can also think maybe about socializing with people who are positive influences in your life and make you feel better about yourself. Think about doing things like yoga, meditation, mindfulness practice where you focus on the now, okay? And you want to think about just giving gratitude for the positive things. I just want to review very quickly the 4 A's of stress management. So first of all, the first A is avoid, the second is alter, the third is accept, and the fourth is adapt. So number 1, avoid unnecessary stress. Learn how to say no. Set boundaries in your life. Avoid persons or situations which cause stress. Reduce your to-do list and avoid stressful topics. Number 2, alter. Alter the situation. Maybe you should learn how to express yourself more, especially with people you feel comfortable expressing yourself with. Don't be unwilling to make compromises. Be assertive. Say how you feel, what you want, and then of course, balance. You have to balance everything out in your life and try to see things in a balanced way. The third A, adapt. Maybe you can think about reframing how you see the issue. It's almost like taking the issue and putting it on a pedestal and then looking at it from different corners. And how do you reframe this issue? Try to have a big picture perspective. Always practice gratitude. And finally, accept the things you cannot change. You simply cannot control everything and everyone every day. You can't control yourself, however. Always look for the growth opportunities. Learn how to give. And once again, share your feelings. So I'm going to give you an example. Sometimes we see people with diabetes is stressed, and instead of being stressed out like 152% over a new diagnosis or because you're not controlled, maybe see it as a learning opportunity. Maybe see it as an opportunity to figure out what you can do better. Maybe see it as an opportunity to get your lifestyle in
I know living with diabetes can be hard, and I wouldn't expect people to just go and just say, well, yeah, I gotta do this. It's a process. You have to take it day by day. You gotta learn how to and how not to, the goods, the bads, and the don't. You gotta learn how to manage your medication, and you gotta know how to eat your correct diet. Do not stress, get good sleep, and I would advise them to get regular checkups, see your podiatrist, see your nutritionist, and see your doctor, because sometimes dealing with this, especially with your doctor, medication needs to be regulated at times. Always monitor yourself, always stay at regular blood sugar testing. And I would advise every single diabetic to go to the Maria Holder Foundation. They were the ones for me, Tanya, who advised me and who took care of me. Everyone is there. Everyone you can think of. You have the nutritionists, doctors, nurses, everyone, diabetic nurses. You get everything done there, and it was able for me to get my blood sugars under control. There is no one or no place better in Barbados that you can go to than the Maria Holder Foundation.
In 2025, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren St. Michael, with their diabetic eye screening, vascular screening, and podiatry services, offers a standard of diabetic services that equals or surpasses any you might receive internationally at a price that everyone can afford. So if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic and listening to VOB right now, call and make an appointment to get your eyes screened for diabetic retinopathy by calling 243-3937. Or if you are having vascular or circulation issues or need to see a podiatrist or nutritionist, call 417-0305. The last 15 minutes you heard on VOB was brought to you with the compliments of the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program, Republic Bank, and the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. Until next time,
reach for that extra glass of water. That is the smallest thing that you can do to make the biggest impact on your health.
Did you know nearly 1 in 5 adults in Barbados have diabetes? Did you know diabetes is one of the leading causes of vision loss in the world? Regular eye screening can save your eyes. Contact the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program today at 243-3937 to find out how you get your simple digital eye screening done for just $100. But members get 10% off. The Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program. Saving eyes, saving lives.
Dream a dream and watch it become a reality. You can do